there have been a lot of confusion with respect to the changes that have been made, right? The changes that have been made. Let me tell you the changes that are there. Now, these are very, very important here because when we were creating, when I had mentioned in the shorts also in this particular channel, because it in briefly we had explained certain things. Now, let us understand these changes also in detail. This is the second part of it. Let's see. First thing, new portal. You've already seen that earlier upsc.gov.in, that was basically the medium through which you could apply. Now it is upsconline.nic.in. This portal has been changed. So when you are applying for the examination, this is the exact portal which you have to click on. I've already showed you through the Google also right now. So this is the portal, new portal, first of all, new change. Second, restriction on changes. Now see, you have already done that universal registration number and all those things that you have put in. Again, you cannot repeatedly make changes. The form very categorically says no correction, alteration and modification allowed after final submission. Earlier, certain changes could have been made, but not now. So every single detail you put in all these processes or steps, you should not make any error. That is why I'm telling you, be in a proper mood, be in a proper state, and eat proper food, be active, and only then apply for this examination. Not in a half sleepy state and you are applying for this examination, possibly you commit errors. Do not do that, right? Okay. Sometimes it can happen that server is down. So if you are getting some technical error, there might be various reasons. First, that means many people are applying, possibly there is server issue, that is why there is technical issue. Second, your internet, there might be problem with respect to your internet. Please remember, sometimes the speed of the internet is showing good, but sometimes because of the high voltage or certain issues that might appear, the internet is not working properly. Third, your device. There might be problem with the device also. So please remember, there are lakhs of people applying. If certain problem happens while application, you can apply the next day. There is no problem, right? Okay. Photo and signature. You have seen this time the live capture of the photo while filling the form. I've already showed you the form, so that is why I'm telling you what are the changes also taking place. Sign 3 times and then upload. You have to sign 3 times and then upload it, because again there is triple verification being done. Face authentication at the exam venue. Why they are basically taking the photograph also, then live capturing also, because based on these, your photo, your face will be authenticated at the exam venue, that you are the actual person who is appearing for the examination, or there is some discrepancy that is there. So photo and signature. Next comes new Cadre policy 2026. So you already know the Cadre policy, that changes have been taken place. So this will be implemented from 2026 onwards. Next, now this is something which is very problematic for many of them who haven't understood. Now please remember, even earlier also, anybody who qualified for IAS or IFS, Indian Foreign Service, they could not appear for the examination again. Let us assume, let me give you an example. Let us say the final result is delayed, right? And due to that, you do not know whether you're getting IAS or IFS. So you appear for the examination. Then also, if you are allotted IAS and IFS in the previous attempt that you had given, again you cannot take up a job, and again that examination in a way will be of no value, because you already have got IAS or Indian Foreign Service. That means IAS or Indian Foreign Service officer cannot appear for the examination again to improve their rank, because sometimes people think now why people might think that, say, if you've got an IAS, why would a person appear again? Possibly to get a good cadre, when that might come into the mind. So that is why they restricted IAS and Indian Foreign Service officer from appearing for the examination again, unless and until you resign. This has been there already earlier also. That is nothing new. What is now is, because there are certain changes that is being made from 26, 27 and major changes from 28, you need to understand this. See, if selected as IPS from the earlier exam, let us say you are selected as IPS in 2024, 23, 25, right, 22, whatever, earlier exams, you can appear in 2026, but will not get IPS again. Earlier, what used to happen? A person who is an IPS, he gets a rank and he said, this time also I've got IPS. No, this will not happen. Now you will not get IPS, because you were already an IPS earlier. Second, if candidate is allocated IPS or any Central's Group A service via 2026 examination. Please remember, this examination which you are giving, the notification which has come. If anybody is allocated IPS or any Central Group A service via this examination for which the notification has come, in that case, one-time exemption can be allowed. That means allowed, but you have to take official exemption from training, that is one time. What does it mean? What does it mean? That supposingly you have qualified, if you've been given IPS, let us say for eligible or allocated IPS or central service, you can take one-time exemption on paper. That means, what is that exemption for? Because you want to appear in 2027 also. But the clause, interesting clause is, you still cannot miss the foundation course. You still have to go to the foundation course. You can take the exemption that you want to appear, but you still have to go for the foundation course. Earlier, many people used to miss this. Now you cannot miss it. You have to go for the foundation course. That takes place at Labasna. That is for all the people who are qualified, irrespective of the service, right? If you neither take exemption nor join the training, if supposingly you say, I will neither take the exemption nor I'm going to join the training, the service which is allocated is cancelled. Okay? So your 2026 service allocated would be cancelled. Tata, bye bye, gone. Right? So one cannot be over smart over here now. Next, if you are selected again in 2027, supposingly the person who appeared in 2026, he joined the foundation course, he had taken the exemption also, that means he has done everything which is notified this time. He appears for the 2027 examination also, right? Then that person will get a choice, because that will get a choice whether to accept the 2026 service only or the 2027 service which he has allocated through the 2027 examination. The one he does not choose is permanently cancelled. That means you cannot get that service in future also, because you have not opted for it now. That is why the word permanently is important here. That is permanently cancelled. In the future also, if you resign and do appear, you will still not get this service, because it is permanently cancelled for you now. So if you choose 2027, okay. If you said no, I want to go with this only, it is okay. Right? Supposing in 2026 one gets IPS. Next attempt 2027, he is, because of the exemption that was there, he is appearing for 2027. He cannot get IPS. I've already told you. Supposing he gets IRS. He said, no, I want to keep with IPS. So IPS. Now in certain case, what happens, he says that he is not going to join any of them. He does not choose any of them. Then both the services over here will be permanently cancelled for him. So you do not choose any, both permanently cancelled. These rules have been made. See, these are operational changes that are there. Because people used to be, once you have qualified one exam, you are going to spend another 6 years appearing for the examination again. That used to hinder the chances for the new people who want to appear. Very often, let me be very clear, out of the, let us say 1100 vacancies or 1200 vacancies comes, or 900 vacancies that come, out of them, at least 400 to 500 people are those which had already been in service earlier on, or who are again appearing. So the number of seats which are there for the people who are going to appear again is very less, because the ones who have qualified earlier are more experienced. They know how to qualify this examination. They know the tricks and means of qualifying the examination, right? That is why these things have been done, so that you stop misusing the ways, you stop playing with UPSC, you stop hindering the chances of the people who are from the rural background, the people who want to qualify this examination. That is the reason. Now, another very important thing. If you are already in service, supposingly right now, till 2025, all those who had given and who have been in service, you can appear only once without resigning, either in 26 or 27. That is because one-time exemption. Anybody over here who is in service right now till 2025 examination, or before that also you have given, you can appear without resigning only once, either in 26 or 27. After 28, from 28 you have to resign if you want to appear. This is the exemption that is there. Clear? Okay. Prelims answer key, you know that very well. It has already been mentioned very clearly that the exam key, prelims answer key will also be applicable, will be visible. You can raise objections to this if you feel there is some discrepancy over there. So this is again a very transparent move that has been taken by the Union Public Service Commission. So if I tell you broadly, I have covered the complete process of filling the form. I have told you all the changes that have taken place in this comprehensive video for the form filling. Hopefully you like this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned it. Again, I'm reminding you, this is the first step for the civil services examination. You have to be very sincere while filling the form. Be with a fresh mind. If you have any queries, you can definitely let us know. We'll be there to address those queries also. But make sure, fresh mind, proper focus, have a proper meal, be hydrated, and then fill the form, because it will take possibly a few hours also if you're filling it for the first time. Lots of love from my side and from my team. Take care. I, Harpreet Singh, signing off. We'll be meeting in the next video. Take care. Jai Hind.